episode of WrestlePro Unlocked. All things WrestlePro, WrestlePro Alaska. Let's jump right in. Let's unlock it. That's what the graphics for. Come on, unlock it. Hi everyone, I'm Pace Robinson, and this is WrestlePro Unlocked. We're talking about all things WrestlePro, all things WrestlePro Alaska, all leading up to Killer Instinct, February 5th, Rahway Rec Center. Get your tickets now at WrestleProOnline.com, and we're going to stream it for free on Facebook and YouTube. Why? Because we like you. Some of you, most of you, not all of you. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that big red button. It takes little to no effort. Just click it, give us a thumbs up, and check out, get this, the all-new WrestlePro Patreon. Patreon.com/WrestlePro. We've got early and exclusive access to things like news, videos, tickets, merch, backstage interviews, giveaways, so much stuff. So many ideas. We're putting it all on the Patreon. 3 tiers to choose from. Make sure you check it out. Patreon.com/WrestlePro. All right, let's talk about the women. Let's talk about them. Scarlett Bordeaux is coming back to WrestlePro. She's back! We've missed her. She's back. She's going to be there on February 5th in Rahway. She's going to be there on April 9th in Alaska. But one thing I'm sure she's going to be interested in now that she's back is the Women's Championship. Why? Because we're creating one just for her. No, for everyone, for all women to compete for. We finally are going to have a women's title. Kevin Matthews announced it. The belt is being made as we speak. And let's talk about contenders. Besides Scarlett, we've got a lot of great women talent here in WrestlePro. We just saw Freya the Slaya and Holiday tear it up in Rahway. We had Brandy Lauren and Ashley D'Amboise tear it up over the summer. I'm saying tear it up too much. And of course, Lady Frost also competed here regularly over the last few years in Alaska and New Jersey. Now she's in Impact, but I'm sure she would come back if there's a title on the line. Who wouldn't? And I don't think you could talk about women's wrestling and WrestlePro without mentioning the Galaxy's greatest alien, Kris Statlander. Now, she is setting the world on fire in AEW, one of the top women there, but I'm sure she'd like to go home and follow in the footsteps of Bear Country and the Acclaim, come back, compete for a title. This is where it all started for her, here in Rahway. So, something to keep an eye on, and let us know in the comments, who do you want to see in 2022 compete for the WrestlePro Women's Championship? Now, speaking of Bear Country, Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder ran the gauntlet at full steam ahead, beat 5 other teams, one night, one match, captured the vacant WrestlePro Tag Team titles. Those titles just been sitting around collecting dust. If Brian Myers and Joey Janela won them, never defended them, they're off doing Impact, AEW, podcast, blah, 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 blah. Now we have champions, and we have new belts on the way for those champions as well, so get ready for that. I'm sure they're going to be big and beautiful, like all of our titles. But now Bear Country needs a challenger, and we're waiting to see who's going to step up February 5th at Killer Instinct. KM, I've seen the text messages, I've seen the emails. He is reaching out to some of the best teams out there today from the past, from the present, AEW, Impact, independent teams, you name it. And we also have internal challengers. We also have the Amazing Graysons, former champions, current WrestlePro Alaska Tag Champions. I'm sure they want a shot. The Acclaimed, maybe they'll come back again. Face off 2-on-2 with Bear Country. How about LSG and world famous CB, who just lost the Alaska belts and said that might be it for them as a team, but would an opportunity against Bear Country bring the Rocket and the Rhythm back together? I think so. Now what about Security Inc., the rebranded Job Security? Former champions, also held those belts during the pandemic, didn't really have, the longest reign, but I'm sure they are refocused and want those belts back. So let us know in the comments, who should challenge Bear Country for the WrestlePro Tag Team titles February 5th at Killer Instinct? Let's talk about this budding rivalry between Shawn Donavan and CPA. If you've missed this, at Welcome Back, CPA answered an open, no DQ challenge from Donovan, former WrestlePro Silver Champion, by the way, and the Messiah of Old School, and was assisted in that match by none other than ECW icon, the Sandman. Yeah, that Sandman. Singapore cane, cigarettes, beer, beating the crap out of people, celebrating with some beer. Yeah, that's him. Beat the crap out of Shawn Donovan, and CPA picked up the victory. Now cut to full steam ahead in November. Shawn Donovan obviously wants revenge. Who wouldn't? And who comes out to help CPA this time but ECW original, one half of the last ECW Tag Champions, Dastardly Danny Doring, wearing the belt. Once again, Donovan eats a move or two, and CPA picks up the win. So what's going on here? These two are both going to be in the 30-man on-the-spot title shot rumble at Killer Instinct. But with our open door policy here at WrestlePro, has CPA just opened the door to the entire ECW locker room of days past? Like, come on in, guys, what are you here to do? Beat the crap out of Shawn Donavan? Yeah, he's in the ring. Go get him. It's all you. Go get him. Like, what's going on here? I would have to say CPA is the favorite to win the Rumble if he's got, a Rolodex of ECW originals to help him out, to guide him to victory. So stay tuned for that, and it'll be interesting to see what happens on February 5th. That's it for today. Once again, I am Pace Robinson. Thank you so much for watching WrestlePro Unlocked. February 5th, Killer Instinct. Get those tickets now and make sure to watch it if you can't make it. Streaming live and free. Check out the WrestlePro Patreon, patreon.com/WrestlePro. So much early and exclusive content. A lot of great stuff coming. I hope you sign up and give it a chance. And make sure you subscribe. The big red button. The infamous big red button. Just click it. If you click it, I'll stop talking about it. I swear. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you next week.